Okay, so we can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not quite 6. Am I going to need 6 stations? I don't know. But I can always expand out. So perhaps that's what we do. Now let's look at this. So what do I have? 1, 2, 3. I need encapsulated beams. I am probably just running on like almost no production for encapsulated beams. I need to take a look at those. But yeah, as I was saying, this manifold works well. Keeps things nice and compact. And we're getting total throughput, so... yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Oh, my video is frozen. Test, test, there we go. Okay, we're good. Okay. So, let's look at encapsulated beams real quick. Let's pick our next milestone. This is very temporary, right? What did I do here? I figured out this manifold works fine. I figured out that that truck is going to keep this is enough for those 3, which makes sense because it can do 48 times 100, right? So it's 5,000, almost 5,000 resources. Come on, drop. Whoa, I thought it was gonna pick me up. Yeah, 1 health point. Totally accidental. So really a tractor is probably fine because that's good for 3,800. Tractors are smaller, they use less fuel, they take up less roadway. Those trucks are insanely big, and the amount of fuel they take is just whoa. Okay, so yeah, we are, as far as encapsulated beams are concerned, we are just barely getting by. I think they're right here. Nope, they're up 1. Nope. They must be down here with the motors. Yeah. Okay. No. Encapsulated beam. Right here. Just 1 up. Okay. So what do we got going on here? Well, first of all, I'm using an overflow. And nothing's overflowing. So that's a thing. Okay, did I do this wrong? Yes. Center is none, right is any. So it's just a user error. And we should be back in business. It's very much backed up. Okay. So I thought this hover thing was going to be the answer to getting to all the places, but it's not because it requires the the network, right? Why are we not making... Why are you idle? You have everything you need. You have everything you need. Oh, you don't have much turbo fuel, actually. So we're just waiting on fuel. Okay, that's fine. No. Why are we waiting on fuel? Oh, it's because we have nothing to do with these containers. Okay. That should be a 1-to-1. So I don't know how that got messed up. 60 containers per minute. 20. It's not even going to be enough. So let's slow this down to 50. Or we can slow this down to 30. Take those power cells back. Okay, that should keep things equilibrium. Kind of in the mood to change some colors. This hover chair makes this game so enjoyable that even the menial tasks I'm just having fun with. It's like, yeah, let's float around and change the color on these things. Doesn't matter. It's not really water blue. It's good enough. So I think what I'm going to do is actually get rid of this tractor and set up a new route. See ya. Thanks for your service. Tractor. Oh yeah, look at these things. These things can go all day. So I want to delete this path, coal 1v21. Why did I call it coal? Whatever. I should put some turbo fuel in this puppy. And we'll start recording. Eight seconds should be good enough. One thing I don't like about this is the 4 ramp gives you airtime. Look at that. Already totally fudged. What happens if I run into these guys? Guess we won't know. Looks like we're going to start our path here instead. Okay. I thought I could load while I was on the path, but I guess not. I don't know if sitting here actually affects the wait time. Oh, look at that hover pack. It looks so cool. It's my first time noticing it. Get some air. That's fine. Okay. We're going to save it as Iron 1 v2.1. Okay. Enable autopilot. Good luck, sir. Man, you really have to be a lot closer to the power than I would like. So if I use trucks more, I don't need as much room. But again, I don't know about trucks. You know how I can find out? I can find out right now by building this one. This is normal. And we'll put a Mark II on it, because you do. And the funny thing is, I can actually just go here to like here. It is powered. I'd like foundations. How did I know that was going to happen? Okay. Now we just need to build our road. Want to build out a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't disturb the guy who's... Wait, what's driving over this? What is this? Something's driving this. I just don't recall what. Can you see it on my map? Huh. Maybe I just built this for me? But then I put the power poles there to guide my path. So what path? Oh, that was back when I had the truck going all the way to coal. Okay, so that's no longer in use. Okay. Okay. Man, concrete. So I also heard that there are 290 Mercer spheres in this map. I'm hoping there's some stats somewhere to see how many I've found. I feel like I've found like 40 of them. Maybe a little bit more, but certainly not 100. Why is that important? Well, Because if I want dimensional chests for a ton of stuff, that's going to be the way to do it. Or if I want a lot of this stuff being fed into my inventory via dimensional chests, I'll need those Mercer spheres. You know what else about these training platforms? That's not going to be nearly enough room to get all the resources off, which is something to consider. Okay, now what do I need to do to get those up? 2s. Let's go ahead and drop and take a look. 1s and then a 2. Ones and then 2 2s. Okay. Okay, apparently I can't zoop material, or I can't do materials like that. Okay. Now what do I need? Well, I need to make sure that this is replicated. Okay. I need to split the turbo fuel. Before somewhere right here. Okay. And then what else do I need? I need this to be on the corner like this. Okay. So far, so good. You know, this would make the most sense to be right here. Oops, did it backwards. Can I put it closer? Yes. Oh, get real. Okay. I can get rid of this. I won't have a sink down here because this is all raw materials. That was just for testing. I wish the sink could fly faster now that I have it. This game always gives you something and then you just want more of it. Go ahead and drop some fuel in there just to get us by. Then we will go from here, I guess, to there. And then of course we need to get it out. I'm assuming I have room for all this. If not, I might need to swing the belts wider. So I basically want to go hug the corner on both. These will go up. I think I did it quite the same, but that's fine. See about getting it out. Yeah, that's a problem. Easily solved problem, but a problem nonetheless. Oh, it's not really that, it's this. There we go. And then we need to match up here. That's probably not going to work because it's the same. Yeah, right. So you really need to be right there. 1, 2. Is that what it requires? We'll see. Nope, needs more than that. Oh, it might actually. I won't be able to tell until I put something in here. Let's say we put in these. You're going to unload. We should know in a minute here. It does work. Okay. Okay. So those could be redone. Something I need to keep in mind is that I need space. To get around. So always leave a little bit of space off this feeding portion. Okay. Now these stators are gunked up. They've gunked up my line. So we'll just go ahead and merge those into a storage unit real quick. Still don't have more fuel, huh? Train just left. Well, it's probably because it's... Yes, I just simply did not pick up turbo fuel. Okay. What's up with that? I'm quite dependent on fuel. Just doesn't have fuel. Doesn't have compacted coal. 15 per minute. Is it because the truck get slammed at some point? Because I'm pretty sure I already checked this and we're making 15. I mean, I guess that truck is making quite the run. Picking up coal for smokeless powder and also compacted coal. It could be. It's simply not picking up the compacted coal. Or this is backed up. Boy, the difference between coal and compacted coal. Where's that truck? I feel like I hear it. No. There it is. So what are you doing? Are you just full of coal? You're full of junk. Okay. So one truck, just like anything else, one truck trying to manage multiple resources is problematic. Because you have no way to limit how those resources get put in here. So I would need 3 trucks. It should be better. That should be a short-term fix. What we're going to do now is go test. Actually, I could test this by putting a truck down here in another station. Oh, that's the other thing, is this thing is backed up with sulfur. That's probably the real problem. Which I do know I'm making too much sulfur, and I'm also not doing anything to get rid of the excess. So let's merge. Get rid of it's gonna have to be a smart yeah. Basically just, oh, sorry. Smart splitter, right? North is overflow. Then there we go. That should at least keep this thing running. Dude, look at all this manual BS I have to do all the time. It's That's why we're doing the, that's why we're doing what we're doing. Kind of doing a reset here. Okay, so I'll fix that. For now. It's nice to know the sinks are synchronized because you could really throw a sink anywhere you need to validate. So this should get some more fuel here. Hopefully right now. Nope, there's nothing on it. That's fine because 50 fuel is enough to get this thing going. So let's finish this. Okay. We're going to slap a tractor down here. We're going to have to throw some fuel in here. What do I got laying around? There you go. We'll just put 13 in there for now. And we're gonna start recording. So you can load while you're doing this recording. I don't know why it's finicky. But it is. I don't know why you'd use tractors over trains. Or sorry. Trucks over tractors makes sense. Trucks seem to be more for like a long haul thing. If that's the case, then why wouldn't you just use a train? I guess you get trucks quite a bit sooner. I might have to keep adding vehicles to this network until it gets oversaturated to the point where a collision could occur. That's fine that this is going to flow into storage. I want to take the same path. And then deviate when I need to. Oh God. Please. Okay, buddy. Copper 1 v2.1. Good luck. We're counting on you. We could also test by... Jeez. God, there's not a powered thing within 50 yards of you. You're just hosed. Okay. So let's set up another one of these. Right there. Just keep adding trucks to this network until we find its breaking point. Yeah, I can get real saucy. Okay. Okay, the road is back. Yeah, that's definitely what we want. I guess it's different because they're just different spots. And power-wise, we'll go down below. And we will add these. Okay. It would have been cool if you could see through the glass and connect this, but I understand why you cannot. I don't care that this doesn't need to match up. I just need it to match my setting. I'm gonna remove these because they're gonna come out anyways. Okay. And in their place will be these with walls going up. And these. Alright, and this is going to need a connection. That's that. Can I just sync all this stuff for now? Can I just do like a merger here? To answer your question, yes, but you gotta point it the right way. Okay. This is all very temporary. I know I keep saying that, but it's for real. I don't see why you couldn't merge the ore. Let's see. Or sync it. Maybe it provides very little, but as long as this keeps moving. Here we go. Yes. Okay, you can sync anything. That's fine. That's just what we need for our purposes. Okay. And this one will be fuel. This one sure. I don't think it really matters. Not right now, at least. And we're already splitting this. There we go. Getting our fuel, which is not moving through this splitter, which is fine. Okay. And then once we connect these up to the out of iron plate. This really slows you down. Let's count it. Let's say start at 28 seconds. We'll say 30 for easy math. It's going to slow down my numbers. Okay. It's been about a minute. So yeah, it's going to slow you down minute or two every time you got to go back and forth. Look at this thing taking shape, though. Honestly, the square sign is kind of boring. But, whatever. Missing... Oh, reinforced plates is what I need. Okay, it's fine. We're going to test this. I should be able to fall on this thing. There we go. Oh, too much of a turn? Let me dump some of this stuff I don't need for regular... Like, where do rotors go? Probably dump one of these. Yeah. I could probably dump some copper sheet. No, I cannot, so I'll just get rid of it. Okay, that's better. Let's look at our encased aluminum, or beams, whatever. Those are looking much better. Did I even grab my reinforced plate? I don't think I did. Because I needed the room. Okay. This probably needs flushed. So the other thing is if you want to sink fluid, you have to package it first, which is a huge waste of resources. I also don't ever need an elevator again with this thing. I don't know, maybe the maybe the design for having a full floor of just belts down there is silly. Like, maybe when people do that, it's because they're not building up, they're building tall things and just doing everything underneath to hide it. I don't imagine this is going to get super crazy. And so it's going to be a very empty floor. Now maybe it gets crazy as I start doing splits and stuff. Trying to balance, but yeah, no. Alright, so we have plenty of fuel. Is this guy, did he pick up his fuel? Yippers. So this truck is now ready for our limestone operation, which is already moving. So we will plop him down there. We'll take half this fuel. Almost had a collision there. I don't care if his path is crazy. I want him to mix things up. I want to know what these things do when they bump into each other. I don't know if it's viable to have. The other thing is, I hope that one doesn't get added to my mix, but I don't see why they would. I didn't press the F key. But these two are much more likely to collide in that area than the copper one. But here comes the copper guy now. What does he do? I don't know if he applied the brakes. I don't know. I don't know how smart the AI is for this. Oops. Okay. Good luck, sir. So I could maybe add one or two more of those. Maybe a third one. If I played my cards right. And then I would have to expand the asphalt to here. Yeah, because these don't work. I'll show you why right now. Say I put that down. Okay, these are the outs. So let's say I just nail it. Feels like it. And then this one, of course, would have to be one, two, three, four. Let's try that. Oh, just two. Okay. So then the next closest you could do would have to clear that. So really you need just about a full block in between them. These aren't even facing the same direction. Right, that's about a full block. From there to there. So you'd want to align them to the blocks. Surface is too uneven because these are just randomly missing. So yes, trains could fit in here, and I could go wide. I could go deeper, wider. I don't know. Yeah, I guess this upstairs could get kind of messy once it's all said and done. We definitely won't have one train per resource. I've seen that in other mega factories, but to me that makes no sense. Okay, what did they just do? They just kind of bumped into each other. What are you doing? Just waiting an extra long time? 12 seconds is too long. Oh, now you're gonna sit? It's fine. Okay. Now, do I have all of them? Yeah, I have 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So I don't know. My assumption is the AI is good enough that they can deal. Look, how far am I? Not even that far. I'd like to remove some of this stuff from showing up on the map. Doesn't appear as I can. Oh, wait. No. I want to see stamps. I don't want to see everything else. Oh, maybe the map's fine. There we go. Whew. That's fine. What do I want to see, though? Train stations? Sure, train stations will be my guiding light. I just want to see a collision. I don't think I'm going to get one for a little bit. This should be the limestone guy. Uh-oh. Because I think I saw him pick up some iron ore. So we're going to have to check him when he comes up. I think it's because they're so close together. Nope. Okay. Is he going to pick up limestone accidentally? I didn't press F there. It is right in his path. He figures it out, goes around it. No, he doesn't. He struggles. And he picks up limestone. Wait, this is the limestone guy. Oh, eventually it'll just give up and kind of reset. But did he get limestone? Yes, he did. These are too close. Well, that's going to hose everything. So what do I do? I could make them back into things. Because even if I move this one over here and try to do a loop, it's still going to loop through it. here comes the actual limestone guy, and he's going to pick up iron ore, guarantee you. Because he drives past it. And that's all they need. You don't, it doesn't matter that you press F. Nope, he doesn't pick any up. He got far enough away from the zone. Can I delete this node? Whoa! What just happened there? Well, the good news is they just kind of reset. Why he drove off, I don't know. Was that a collision? Dude, come on. Just for purely for power coverage. Curious what these guys are going to do again. This is just kind of fun to watch anyways. What am I learning? I'm learning that they do recover. It could affect throughput. That guy got knocked off, which probably slowed him down by 10-20 seconds. But they're also transporting so many resources. Well, when you think the fastest belt can do 480 per minute, and these can do 4,000 per run. So... Or no, these ones only do 2,500. So if a run takes 2 minutes, it's 1,250. If it takes 4 minutes, it's half of that. So let's call it 625. 625 minutes, still operating faster than the fastest belt. I think they're enough. If I get it going, it would be easy to swap these out for trains or just belts. Just really trying to avoid running belts from these things into the base, into the new mega factory, but he also could have went off road because he hit that 4-meter ramp too fast. So if I start thinking about what resources do I want to make here first? Iron plate, iron rod, reinforced iron plate. So think about the things. What do I need for building? Do I just skip? Like, let's just say I want to start with Mark IV belts, which require encased beams, all the Mark IV stuff, and just go from start here, in which case I only need steel. What else do I need for building stuff right now? Logistics wise, encased beam. Oh, I need all this stuff. These are probably good. Yeah, this like basic copper sheet, this will all be put into a dimensional chest. Okay. Well, first things first. You know, it does require some organization up here. So I feel like moving those smelters over to here. And this floor, if this floor is only stage 1 going from raw material, what raw materials do we know of? Ore, limestone, sulfur, coal, iron, bauxite, deuterium. That's 7 nitrogen. Did I say that? 8, 7 or 8? So let's say 10. Can I just do all raw resource processing on this floor? I think I can. I think I can. This is totally shut down. Why? What's wrong with you? Oh, probably it's got, oh man, it's got, shit. That's fine. Time to tear it all down anyways. It's got sulfur mixed into its ingredients. I want to filter that, right? So, no, filter means only select it. Okay, and filter those. Okay, then filter these. Okay, then filter Mark III belts. Yep, there's all this limestone, not sulfur. Okay. Get rid of all this tier 4 belting. Okay. And get rid of these. Yep, that's fine. Okay. My first real production up here. And we're going to do it in modules based on where it's coming from. So something to think about is, what do we have? We have Mark IIs here. They could technically double to 240 plus another 60, so these could be 36900 max until Mark III miner comes along. So 369. But is that how I'm doing things? Because it's still going to be a bus if I do that this way. What I should do is say, okay, do I do this stuff as a bus and everything above is a module, or do you do a module where it starts at the raw resource? Let's look at modeler. Kind of curious. So we back up and we say iron plate. Okay. And we say we want to produce, oh, this one's not a calculator. Oh, here we go, parts per minute. Part limit. I don't know if that's what I wanted. What is that doing? 40 or 2? Oh, it's saying... Yeah, it's saying the output is 2 per. I want that to be the default. Can I set... Hmm. Yeah, parts per minute for everything. Oh, it does it on everything except this stuff. The fact that I said 120 didn't do anything. Yeah, this isn't a calculator per se. Can I? No. I mean, it's telling me what the part per minute is. Do I need to use 2 different tools to get this done? So let's say I want 200 per minute of iron plate. The other thing is, oops. Kind of sidetracked, but I'm thinking about my first production on this new factory, right? I want all of the stuff to be traveling up and down on these floors that you can see everything on the side. Or no, it should go down. That's the other thing. This floor needs to be so big because stuff's going to be coming down as well as going up. Okay. Yeah. So really, this is wrong already. Because these don't need to come up here. Yet. They need to come up when you decide. Yes, so I think the revelation here, these need to be there, is that you need to figure out where you're going to do your stuff. Always leave a 1 tile border around things. And start from the farthest end every time. That feels excessive. So let's say I want to make 200 iron plates. I need to start here with so I'm only getting 20 per minute. Why is that other one saying 40? Or why was the modeler saying 40? Because you're getting 20 times 2, but in all of my testing, you don't look at the 2 here. You just look at the bottom number, 20. Shoot. Let's look at a calculator and see what it has to say. Okay, let me create a new one for this. And, oh, that's not what I want. I just want to do a window capture. I won't make it visible until I select the right here. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. Iron plate. 120. Or no, what did I say? 200 per minute? So that's 10. Can I trade this out for a Mark II? Options. I don't want that to be a Mark III. I mean, maybe this is too advanced for someone who's still not advanced. I mean, like, they don't have the option. They assume, like, hey, you already have everything unlocked. Okay, we can skip that because it doesn't technically matter as much. We need 300 per minute, which we're getting off of 3 Mark IIs using normal veins. So we need 10 smelters. 10 constructors. So does that match with what we think? So first, yeah, 10 would be 300. 10 would be 300. And we're getting 3 to 2. So yeah, 200. Okay. So the calculator proves that we are right. And the modeler is wrong. Because it's saying you only get 40. Oh, maybe it's saying you're getting... At least this one lets you pick. Can I daisy chain this? The other thing is, why are these saying 120? I'm getting... Oh, am I not getting... Let me just double check. Yeah, I'm getting 120, so it is right. 360 is what I'm getting. Okay, so let's go back to the modeler. So can I do this? Yeah, it's not going to tell me how many of these I need. So I'm going to get 240 out of this. Okay. So yeah, I think the calculator is the best for these types of questions. Let me look at this. I'll fix this so it's bigger. Okay. Okay, so we need 10 smelters, 10 constructors. I don't know what this does. I assume if I change this to 240, it's not going to change anything. 12 and 12. Yeah, it's just the fact that it doesn't let me change this to a Mark II. It's also kind of spoiling the fact that Mark III is the highest. So what if I can't change anything about this formula. Okay, so actually I don't know if the calculator is all that helpful for me, because I could just do that in my head using the parts list. So essentially what we need is down here. So again, if we do it ourselves and we say we want 200 iron plate, we're going to need 10 constructors. And so 10x of the iron ingot. So yeah, so we're going to want 300 there. Which means, again, 10 smelters. Okay. So what we want to do is get... What is this? Oh. Is that... Oh, that's a test. Okay. So... Yeah, let's get these down before... Or not get them down, but... What's the best way to do this? Probably to start with the smelters so you know what it's going to look like. So I guess we want to always give a 2-piece buffer. Does that work? Not really, not for this being so close. Let me think. But if I start building over here, then it's like, what are we doing? This whole section could be for, yeah, that's fine. I'll give an extra block each way. And then the other thing is you want to make sure that, you know, these make sense. Four. Five. And these are just going to go up. These are just going to travel up to the next floor. What do I have here? 3, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. I'm going to play around with this. I don't know how close these can be. To connect. Looks like that connected. Can't really see once I get too far away. Okay. Oh, and that makes the bottom side easy. So for giggles, let's connect this to here. Say you're making iron. And let's connect this here. Just connect these. If I start seeing limestone, I'll know I'm in trouble. I do have to fix the limestone too, but I didn't want to. Had been planning this section in my head. I didn't want to skip. So as long as this gets ore, we hear it turn on. Oh, there comes the limestone. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's gonna keep coming. Yep, just heard it kick on. So yeah, you can put those right on the edge there, and you are good. Get rid of this before the limestone gets up there and corrupts everything. Okay. So our first line. That alone is just for iron plate. When you think about it like that, doing this in modules seems kind of terrifying. So how can I move this? Can I move it over here? Dude, you're killing me, Smalls. So, can I control those routes anywhere? No, I basically have to get in and drive, huh? Look at paths. You're the iron one. So first, let's disable autopilot. Yeah, I don't need any of those versions because I need to delete them, otherwise things get all clogged up. Nice. Okay. Good job. Just gonna kill those. Because what I need to do is figure out a way. They can just come in here and back in or something. I think it'll be fine like this. Honestly. As long as I keep them, you know, so it'll come down. And we'll say like, oh, swing this way, back up, get your load and leave. This one will come this way, swing around, back up. I think that's fine. Guess we'll find out. Okay. This now needs to run all sorts of funky. Okay. I can start it here. Nice and easy. And then I'm gonna get in it and I need to delete that limestone path too. Okay. Before I do this, I need to get out, put in some fuel. Okay. Well, that's a good spot for me to stop. Let's make some notes. Oh yeah, I can't make notes unless I'm planning something. Well, we're planning a tractor. So complete iron tractor, new run. Same thing for limestone. And then 200 iron plate per minute. 2-dimensional chest. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for hanging.